Hi there, and today I'm going to be telling you a little bit of information about a really interesting prop that I picked up a few years ago, and it's this one here. It's a Perrier can from the film Goldeneye. This Perrier can was used in the film Goldeneye. It's an original prop, and it was used in the scenes when Chris Distin has stolen a tank and it's being chased through St. Petersburg, and he drives through a truck full of Perrier cans. Now, Perrier never used to fill their water in cans. It was only in bottles, but obviously they couldn't drive through a truck of bottles. It would have been just glass everywhere. So they decided to make these cans, and they're made of metal. There's no lid on them, which I think has got a couple of reasons. Firstly, if there's no lid on it, then they'll crush easier when the truck goes over the tank or the car, so it will be a better effect. Number two, if there's a lid on this and it's empty, it would have exploded, as in banged. And obviously that wouldn't have been good for the sound guys if he drove through a big truck of cans and it just started banging on the soundtrack. So I imagine that's the reason why. As you can see, it's still dirty inside and on the bottom from filming. So people ask me a lot of times, where do you get all your props from and your costumes and whatever? Well, there's a great story behind this. I was sat in a pub in southwest England, in my hometown of Ashburton, and we were sat having a quiet pint, and we were talking about James Bond, and I told the landlord, Ed, that I had a James Bond collection, and he said, "Oh, I've got something upstairs from one of the James Bond films." And I thought, well, yeah, that's probably just a piece of paper or, some kind of memorabilia. And he came downstairs and put this on the bar, and it was this Perrier can. So the story was, his mum, Ed's mum, was the manager or the owner of a tank museum in England. I don't know exactly which tank museum it was, actually. But anyway, he was... she was the manager, and they borrowed the tank that Pierce Brosnan drove in the film from the museum. So while they were filming, he drove through these cans, and all these cans fell into the tank. Not all of them, obviously, but a few of them did. And Ed was a young guy back then, a teenager, and he'd be jumping around all the tanks on the museum, and he jumped into this tank and he found all these cans on the floor. So he put them all in bags, took them away, started giving them to his friends and his family, and he kept one for himself. So all the rest, I've no idea where they are. If you're one of the people who's still got one of these Perrier cans, then please get in contact with me. Be great to know where they all are. And this is one of only two that I know of. So this was just a chance meeting in a pub in the southwest of England, and that's where you get your original props from. So keep your eyes open, people, and tell people what you're collecting. If you want to see more of these little stories and interesting items, then subscribe down below and come back and see my future vlogs. Thanks for watching. See you next time.